Hello everyone, it's Arthur here from Metro Hobbies. We just got in a delivery of brand new British Railway green engines, so let's go through them. So, first off, we may as well begin off with everyone's favourite engine from Britain. We're going to begin off with also a personal favourite of mine called the Flying Scotsman. You might have heard of it. Came out here in 1988. So, the engine itself has had a major redesign. This is a new tooling, so instead of having a plastic running frame, it's actually got a die-cast metal running frame. It's got a lot of more weight into it. It's got a lot more better connections to the tender. It's got a non-corridor tender. It's got sprung buffers both on the front and on the rear. To be honest, it's a really good engine, especially for such an iconic piece of not only just British Railway history, but of steam train history in general. Also, with this engine, if you remember back in the 1970s, Hornby had a thing called a flickering firebox. Well, with this release, along with some of the other releases recently, they've actually brought that back with a small little LED light in the firebox, as pictured here. It runs as well in forward and in reverse. To be honest, that seals the deal. You can't just have a steam train without a flickering firebox. Next up is a British Railways, Southern Railways, Merchant Navy class. So these engines were built just around about the beginning of the Second World War. These engines were a little bit of an oddball, but you can't go wrong. They're a nice, good little streamlined little engine. They've got sprung buffers. You can't go wrong with a spam cam, if you want to call it like that. They're perfect for anyone who wants to model the southern region or even preservation today. Next up, we have a little bit of an oddball. Unlike the spam cam, this engine was actually once again built by the LNER. It's what they call the Hush Hush. So, the LNER Hush Hush was originally built as a prototype, but it ended up actually being pretty much a successful engine after it was rebuilt to more of an LNER A4 standard. This is it in its later guise as British Rail 6700. Yeah, it's a great engine. It's got sprung buffers on both the rear and the front. It's also still got its 464 wheel arrangement. It's great for people who want to model something that was a little bit weird, a little bit of an oddball. It's still great for someone who wants to model that northeastern region. Next up and final is the great old Princess Royal class. So this engine, along with the Flying Scotsman, also has the flicking firebox, also has the die-cast running frame, and it is, to be honest, a really gorgeous little engine. Perfect for the people who want to model anything from the early 1950s all the way up until practically the end of steam. Yeah, you can't go wrong with the Princess Royal. It's got the sprung buffers on both the front and the rear. You can't just go wrong with these engines. It's also a nice, good, smooth runner. They're also available in DCC fitted as well. So yeah, for those DCC modelers who don't know how to fit their chips in first off, this is a great little engine to begin into DCC if you can afford it. That's all we've got time for today. If you guys liked anything that we've shown today, or you actually want to check out what we also have in stock, check out our website at metrohobbies.com.au. And it's also down in our description box down below. Thank you very much and enjoy your model railways.